Hello, teacher. My name is Vũ Trọng Dương. Our topic today is cost management. My group has four members. Our um, have four members: Nguyễn Hoàng Nhân, Lê Tấn Lộc, Lê Hoàng Lâm, and me. My our presentation divide into five parts. Firstly, definition. Secondly, importance of cost management. Thirdly, process of cost management. Fourth, earned value management, and finally, a COCOMO model. So we start to study about definition. In project cost management, costs refer to the monetary values of resource consumed or allocated up for the completion of a project. Uh, that resource include material, equipment, facility, and any other expense associated with a project. Uh, Project cost management is a set of process and techniques used to plan, estimate, budget, monitor, and control the costs associated with the project. It involves identifying on costs associated with the project, estimating the cost of its activity, determining the overall project budget, monitoring the actual cost of the project, and making adjustments and need to keep the project within approved budget. uh, we start to the importance of the cost management. Uh, Cost management is crucial for business to remain profitable, competitive, and sustainable over the long time. Here are some reasons the cost management is important. Uh, Firstly, profitable, effective cost management help business maintain a healthy profit margin by ensuring that earnings exceed expense. And so, secondly, competitive cost management help business stay competitive by enabling them to offer product and service at a competitive price. By managing cost effectively, business can price their offering competitively while still making a profit. Finally, sustainable cost management is essential for business to remain sustainable over the long time. By controlling costs and optimize the resource on allocation, business can minimize waste, reduce their environmental impact, and promote the long-term sustainability. So, in conclusion, cost management is essential for business to remain profitable, competitive, and sustainable over the long time. So we continue to part three. Nguyễn Thành Nhân will do it.
Okay, my name is Hoàng Nhân, and now I continue with the parts of process of cost management. So to implement the cost management, so there are four steps. The first step is the budget planning. So in this step, we will planning for the budget we will use in the projects. The second is cost estimation. The third is distribution, and the final is cost control and modification. Or in details in the budget planning, so we should consider the bucket, and the bucket is based on the result and the scope of the projects that we are need to, and to the planning. So we should consider three problems below. The first thing is we should consider all the difficulties when we implement the project. So we should write down or note the difficult so we can uh, process this and solve it in the immediate times. The second, we will specify that which scope will affect the results, because the scope will have a big impact on the result. If the scope is big, the result will be big, and if the scope is small, the result will be small. And the last thing, this is the, the necessities of humans, because if of human facilities and equipment, because if if there are no the resource of human or facilities, the project will cannot run. We will next to the second step is the cost estimation. So the cost estimation that we will predict which cost we will use and which is total. So there are four technique for estimate the cost. The first thing is the top down. In this technique, we will uh, reuse the reality cost or uh, the cost management of the similar projects to create the new one. The second technique is bottom up. Uh, this technique we will separate it, the task of the project into the separated parts, and we will estimate each part and we will calculate the total. The third is the functional organizational structures, and the last technique is COCOMO, which we will represent in the last parts of the presentation. The third part is the cost distribution. So after we estimate all the costs we will use in the projects, so now we will like planning for each part of the project. We will use the cost, so we distribute it into the parts, and we will create a baseline for controlling each work. And the last step is control and modification. So after creating the baseline for each of our works, so we will observe all the cost used, and if they are changed in the baseline, we will note down, and we should inform all changes in the baseline to a superior uh, to make the immediate action on the projects. And to control and modifications of the cost of a project, so there are a tool called EMV, which will be represented by my partner Lê Hoàng Lâm.
Hi teacher, my name is Lê Hoàng Lâm, and so now I will present about the EMV, the Earned Value Management. First one, I will mention about some basic terms of EMV. The first thing is the planned value, which we will which is represented by two letters BV, and this is mean for the task budget plan. And the secondly is the actual cost AC. It is the practical task budget when you carry out the project. So some cost will be addition will be add the additional and this will extend out of the budget that we plan at the beginning. And and thirdly, we will talk about the earned value EV. This is the value of the task that we actually completed and the value that we have earned after we finish the project. In the next slide, we will talk about formula, some formula to calculate EMV, the EMV problem. The first thing is the earned value. It's calculated by using a BV multiplied for the percentage of complete time, and next is cost variance. We will use the earned value EV minus for IC the actual cost of the project, and the next part is the schedule variance. It is calculated by using EV minus for PV. That is the planned value. And the cost performance index, CPI, will be calculated by EV divided for AC. And next is the schedule performance index, SDI. We will use the earned value and divide for the planned value. And the last but not least, I will mention about the estimate at completion. The term BAC here is the budget at the completion. So we will use it divide for cost performance index. And the last thing is how to estimate time to complete the whole project. Thus, we will use the estimate time at the beginning. We will carry out the project and divide for the schedule performance index. And the final and the final part of our presentation will be presented by Letterman.
Hello, teacher. My name is Lê Tấn Lộc. I will presentation about COCOMO models. So the first, I will give you the definition of COCOMO models. It stands for Building Cost Model, and it is Rosato's cost estimate model of software project, and it's often used to process of reliably predicting the variables various parameters associated with making a process such as size, effort, cost, time, and quantity. And different models of the COCOMOs have been proposed to predict the cost estimation at the different levels based on amounts of the currency and the correctness required. We have three types. First is organic, second is semi-detached, and third is embedded. The main difference between three models is size of the project. Organic, the team size is wide. There when team months, the problem equals understood and has been shown in the past. And also the team members have a nominal experience regarding the problem. Second is semi-detected. The virtual characteristics such as team size, experience, and knowledge of the various programming environments lie in between that of organic and embedded. The third is embedded. A software project requiring the highest level of complexity, creativity, and experience requirements fall under this category. And we have three types of embedded basic COCOMO models and intermediate COCOMO model, detailed models. First is basic COCOMO models. The model for the single values provides cost calculate the size of the software in command line. And in the next, we have formulas of basic COCOMO models. E estimate of the person per month. D is deploy time in months. K-log is estimate number of command lines of the software project product. And coefficient AB, BB, CB, and DB are given. B is number of people request. In the next, intermediate COCOMOs cost calculate is the size of the software by command lines. Less product reviews, hardware, people, and product attributes. And in the next is the formulas of intermediate COCOMO models. E estimate person per month. Clock estimate number of command line of software project. EAF is given, and E and D are the same. E calculate same as basic COCOMO, and the detailed COCOMO models illustrate on the future of the intermediate COCOMO loss and assessment of the cost impact in each phase of the software engineering project. And in the next part, I will show you advantage and disadvantage of COCOMO models. First, advantage is can be used to estimate the cost and efforts of the software project at a different stage of the deployment process. Help in identifying the factors that have a risk impact on the cost and efforts of software project, and can be used to evaluate the feasibility of software project. And the advantage of COCOMO models is does not provide precise estimate of the cost and effort of a software project, as it is based on assumption and variance. And this is the end of our presentation. Thank you, teacher, for listening.